Some other business. Thank you all for your messages and your questions. Harry Dyson Harry is his name. You see what he's done? He's twisted it. Are Worcester dark horses for the top six? Some good performances to start the season and didn't lose many to the World Cup. Oz, you've been quite vocal about how good you think they've been this season.
Yeah, I think they've been very good actually. Top six? I don't know. But we're just saying before, actually, I think last year we were saying this is the most competitive league we've ever seen in history. And I think it's going to be more competitive this year. We're going to see more games like that. You know, 2 years ago, a year ago, we would never have expected Bristol to come back and win that game. And Exeter wouldn't have expected it either. But I think we're going to see a lot more like the French League, where we see a lot of sides winning at home week in, week out, and you get the very odd away win. And I think that's going to become more of the norm.
Worcester have never been top six at the end of a season. You played for them for a short while. What was the goal setting at the start of a season? Because you never hear their battle cries, really. They never go, we're going to make Europe, we're going to make top four.
Yeah, I mean, I played for them for 3 years. First year in the Championship, then obviously 2 years in the Premiership, and the first year back in the Premiership was all about staying in the league, and then you set goals the second year. It's actually, we want to make the top six, but we were never good enough to make the top six, and the coach ended up moving on and players move on. But I think now they've had some stability there, and stability is key. You look at all the successful teams, they've had stability to get to where they've got to win medals. Now, I'm not saying Worcester are going to win something, but what I am saying is they've got stability now with Solomons and the coaches underneath him that are allowing them to benefit from signing players, and then they can improve. And you're seeing that at the start of the season. And Oz is dead right. It's going to be ultra competitive.
I don't know if you agree, but if you write a lot of these sides down on paper, you don't go, wow, they look amazing. You know, you look at the Leicester Tigers backline today, you look at it and go, oh dear, that's not very good. And you look at some of the Bristol players, you go, wow, they're not very good. And yet players surprise you, teams surprise you. And I think what we're seeing now actually is that the standard of coaching is significantly better year on year, because these guys' names that you would normally write down next to your own name, you go, I don't really rate him, we're going to smash him today. It doesn't happen anymore.
But if we saw last season, Saracens and Exeter were so far ahead of the whole league. Now, if we flip that to what we've seen this season, now, yes, we've had a World Cup, and there's a lot of different reasons, but Bristol are top of the league after the opening round of matches. Northampton, under Chris Boyd, looked like they could be really challenging. You know, you've got Worcester and Leicester right down the bottom of the table. So I think we're going to see a very different competition again this year, which is great.